Can AI write a good backstory for D&D, Dungeon World, or whatever your RPG of choice is? Furthermore, what even is a good backstory? Today on Tabletop Pro. Wait, nope. I can't do that. Now, while I boot up this super advanced AI that most definitely not everybody has access to, let me just get this out of the way for all the pedants out there. The best backstory is the one that makes you happy to both write and read. If that backstory happens to be that your character's a lone wolf and doesn't get along with others because their parents were murdered when they were 1 day old by a pack of hobgoblins and they're gonna be a raging dick to literally everyone.
If you're slow enough to be taken hostage, then you're just a bird.
Then I guarantee you, your DM and your fellow players hate your happiness. Does that mean you should never play a lone wolf edgelord? Absolutely not. Everyone, including yours truly, has played a lone wolf edgelord at some point in their role-playing careers. It's something that connects us as role players and something we can all look back on and cringe together at how terrible that trope is. However, if you're gonna be a lone wolf edgelord, make sure you're not a fucking dick to the party 24/7 and be a good sport. The blacksmith rings the call to adventure. Quick, heroes, to the dungeon to rescue my puppy. You guys can go, but count me out. When I was 6, a puppy killed my entire family. My best friend and my fiance. Bro, I think this is literally the game. And my dog and my cat and my goldfish. Oh hey, the AI loaded. So this may come as a surprise for those of you who hang out in my Discord, but I actually do have a character that I need to write a backstory for. My buddy Ronald the Rules Lawyer is hosting a Pathfinder 2 game starring a bunch of YouTube heavy hitters and me, and I'm playing Orion, the Orc Ranger. So the exercise that we're going to be doing in this video actually has practical application. Now, before we type in, write me a backstory, you inorganic piece of shit, we need to establish one very key thing first. What setting we're playing in. The best PC backstories integrate with the world that everyone's playing in. The worst PC backstories write out a bunch of lore that has absolutely nothing to do with the setting that you guys are going to be playing in and doesn't make any attempt to integrate with that setting whatsoever, and that can cause issues down the line. Of course, this is a super easy fix. If you're a player, just ask your DM what setting you're going to be playing in and if there's anything you should know when you're writing your backstory. And be sure to run any major details by them first to make sure that it does integrate. Communication. And if you're a DM, don't tell your players they can totally rip off The Legend of Zelda's lore, even though there is zero conceivable way that you could successfully integrate Hyrule into the shit show that is the Forgotten Realms. Kirsten. Oh, hey, looks like Ronald got back to me. So it looks like we're playing the Crown of the Kobold King in the Galarian setting. So let me just type that into the AI real quick. And while that loads, we can talk about the final faux pas of a character's backstory. Length. It's not the size of the wave, but the motion of the ocean. Now, I am absolutely 100% guilty of doing this. When I first started off as a player, my backstories were Russian novels, and I thought I was fucking brilliant for writing them. I would proudly show off this like 15-page backstory to my GM and just wait for them to compliment what a literary genius I am and how amazing my prose was. Of course, my GMs never read them. The fact of the matter is, player backstories should be like resumes. Keep it to 1 page max. And if you really, really want to write a Homeric epic for the tragic backstory of your paladin who's learning to love again by cracking skulls, then do your DM a favor and write a TLDR with all of the major points that they need to know. And the mysterious AI finished writing it all out. So one final thing, I swear I'm gonna read it out in just 1 sec, but one final thing. Don't be afraid to leave blanks in your character's backstory that you can then fill out later through gameplay. In fact, that's typically what I do whenever I'm playing a character. Whenever the fuck that is. I'll think of a rough concept for a character, like an orc that doesn't like violence. I like subverting expectations. And then I'll let the details fill themselves out as we play the game. Okay. Enough interruptions. Here's what you came for. Holy shit, this is fucking long. Born and raised in the harsh wilderness of the hold of Belkzen, Grondak was an orc with a fierce love of the natural world. As a child, he spent countless hours exploring the rugged hills and forests of his homeland, learning the ways of the land and the beasts that called it home. His tribe, the Blood Moon Clan, Nice. We're fierce and warlike people, always on the lookout for new enemies to conquer and plunder. A little cringe, but okay. But Grondak had no interest in their endless wars and raiding. Instead, he was focused on honing his skills as a tracker and a hunter, becoming one of the finest rangers in all of Belkzen. Well, we don't really know why he wants to do this, but okay, go off, King. As he grew older, Grondak's reputation as a skilled tracker and huntsman spread far and wide, and he was eventually recruited by a group of adventurers seeking to explore the ancient ruins and lost tombs of the area. Together, they braved many dangers and encountered all manners of beasts and monsters, but Grondak's keen senses and deadly aim proved invaluable time and time again. Okay, now as the group travels to the dwarven city of Janderhof in search of a mysterious artifact known as the Crown of the Kobold King, Grondak is ready to face whatever challenges and dangers lie ahead. With his keen senses and deadly aim, he is a formidable ally to have by your side in the dangerous world of the Hold of Belkzen. Honestly, not terrible. Kind of surprised. My backstory that I wrote is kind of similar. Orion is a bounty hunter, or has the bounty hunter background, and he originally lived in Orc Society, made his way through the ranks in the Survey Corps because he really likes nature, but then he had to kill his brother, and he didn't want to do that, so he ran off and decided to become a bounty hunter, and I'll fill in the blanks through gameplay probably. So similar to that, a little bit more cringy language, but honestly not terrible, and I think you could have a very, very good game with this. Of course, if you disagree and you think I'm full of shit, let me know what you think of this backstory, and until next time, thanks for watching.